Hello! I missed y'all. I'm gonna name this when I post on YouTube. I'm gonna name it I've missed y'all. Also, don't mind me eating. Because I've barely eaten today, and this is a snack that I desperately need. Is Mars in Cancer opposite Pluto fucking anyone else up? Because I feel so fucked up. Like I'm having a full-on existential crisis on the cusp of a meltdown. Oh gosh. It's so much. The transits are so intense this week. I mean, they have been since that full moon, honestly. Was that a full moon? Yeah, it was a full moon in Aries, right? Yeah. And then we have just crazy. So how are y'all doing? So we'll check in. Anyone with Cancer or Capricorn placements? Because I feel like we're experiencing it the most. How amazing does this banana bread look with like this caramel sauce? I'm gonna miss the food in France so much. Good morning from NYC. Hey. Good afternoon from Nice, France. Taurus sun. Oh, I'm also a Taurus sun. I love that. Oh, damn. Super fixed. Scorpio moon, Leo rising. Only Tauruses can like talk with their mouth full, I feel like. We're the only ones that are allowed. Gemini sun, Cat moon, Scorpio rising from London. Oh my god, hey. I was just there like 3 weeks ago. I was in London 3 weeks ago. Yes, lots of fixed energy, yes. Leo, sun, Libra, moon, and rising. Hey, I'm also Libra rising. That's awesome. Morning from Maine. Oh my god, what is it, like 11 a.m. there, right? Oh wait, no. 9 a.m. It's 9 a.m. Damn. Thank you, Laws. Laws. If I'm January 4th, sun is Capricorn. Yes. Elite. Baby. 2 p.m. in London. Yeah, it's 3 p.m. here. But on the East Coast. On the East Coast of the States, it's 9 a.m. That's crazy. Because it feels so late to me. But it's only 3 p.m. Ooh, Gemini rising and sun. Sunrise, baby. Morning, baby. Pisces moon. I think I met a Pisces moon last night. He was born in Greece, and his mom doesn't know if he was born on January 12th or January 16th. So he could either be, I'm like, dude, what? So he could either be like a Pisces moon or a Capricorn moon, but he was giving me more Pisces moon. I feel like y'all are so sensitive, but the moon sign is always kind of like what we hide to people that we're not super comfortable with yet. And I could like feel that off of him. Like I could feel the sensitivity, but it was like, it was being like covered up. You know what I mean? That's wild. Yeah. It was like a whole story. He was saying that in Greece, like the hospital doesn't record the birth, and that, and they might have changed. This was the 90s, but, or maybe it's region based. I don't know. But he was saying that the hospital doesn't record the birth, and that the father has to go to the government and be like, I had a child on this day at this time, and his father wasn't there. for the birth, so he like doesn't know his birth stuff. And I was like, I need to figure it out. Give me as much information as you can and I will detective it. Pisces moon are very sensitive, yeah. But they don't like people to know that they are. It's like I met this Cancer sun once who had a lot of Gemini placements. And I was like, oh, you seem very charismatic and you seem very like charming, but you're really sensitive. And he was like, he was like shocked, speechless. He was like, how did you know that? And I was like, to me, it's just like so, I mean, the language speaks to me. The language of astrology speaks to me, but I mean, I can also read people. I have a ton of Scorpio stuff, but like, yeah, I feel like those people with like, I don't know, especially men with water signs don't love that people can see their sensitivity, or they don't want people to see their sensitivity. Spot on for Pisces moon. This is me, yeah. Yeah, Kim Kardashian is a Pisces moon. And Kanye West. You've been loving my work since Clubhouse? That is so cool. That is so cool. That was like 3.5 years ago. That's so cool. I appreciate you. Sag, Sun, Pisces, Moon, Leo, Rising. Hey. No, I didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah, they're both Pisces moon. I think that's why Kanye and Kim had such a like crazy, tumultuous relationship where that kind of left both of them mentally unstable. And she just like throws herself into her work to avoid it, but yeah. My son has a Cancer Mars. He doesn't like to get upset in front of people. Yeah. I feel that. Oh, you buy the Astro Planner each year? Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, Magicify is a really cool company. They had a really pretty color this year, but I'm in France, so, and don't have an address back in the US, so I wouldn't have been able to get one. My son is also Cancer Mars, and he's the same way. Yeah. They don't like people to know. Especially Scorpios. Yeah, the Blue Velvet. I wanted that one so bad. Wasn't it called like Midnight or something? Yeah, the Blue Velvet. I wanted that one so bad. Wasn't it called like Midnight or something? But yeah, I was like moving, and then I'm in Europe for until like another 3 weeks. So unfortunately, I didn't get one this year. Or for next year. But I will get their digital calendar again because I love that. Thanks, Katie. It's been fun. I'm ready to be home though. But France is really great. I love France. And Italy was really great. But I will be so relieved to be back in the US. I miss my big bathrooms. And just big spaces in general. I don't love that. I almost burned myself in the bathroom because the towel warmer is like everything's so small. Anyways. Cancer, Sun, Libra, Rising, Aries, Moon. Ooh, we got the 7th house moon. And a 10th house sun. Oh my god. I met a 10th house sun. When was that? Like 3 weeks ago? I met this guy in Paris who's from the US actually. It's kind of funny. And he's a 10th house sun. He's a Sag stellium in the 10th house and a Pisces rising. And I think that's like the first 10th house sun I've met that I like knew I had met or really interacted with. Because I can't think of any off the top of my head, but y'all are really, I don't know, just like people notice you. That sun in the 10th house, like people notice you. Been loving watching your content whilst you've been away. Oh, cool. We're visiting Florida soon for my 40th. Oh, that'd be fun. Both Cancer and Virgo stelliums. Oh, wow. Oh, I guess you could have Virgo placements being a Cancer sun if you're late degrees. Cancer sun, Taurus moon, Virgo rising. Ooh, I love that. Ooh, double cap and a Pisces moon. Damn. Where does that put your moon? In the third house? Moon in the third house? Oh, no way, Julia. I'm also a Libra rising Sag moon. That's so cool, but I'm a Taurus sun. There was someone who just joined my private community recently who is also a Libra rising and a Sag moon. I've been meeting a lot of y'all lately. I love it. Cap stellium in the 5th house. The guy I met last night who didn't know his birth stuff, either way, like whether he was born on the 12th or the 16th of January, like has an insane Capricorn stellium. I'm like, I don't think I've met anyone in person who has that much Capricorn in their chart. It was literally everything. It was Sun, maybe Moon, Mars, Venus, Mercury, Neptune, Uranus. It was like all of them. Like, imagine my shock upon seeing that, because that is so rare. I love how you just tell this about him. Yeah, he's never going to see it. I'll never see him again. We'll never talk again, so it's whatever. When I had Pluto going over my IC, I made a really sudden, drastic move. That's actually when I moved to Colorado. Originally from North Carolina and West Virginia, 50-50. I moved around so much as a kid. I don't know where I'm from, but anyways. I was living in South Carolina. I was going to college there, and all of a sudden, halfway through college, I was like, undergrad, I was like, I'm just gonna move to Boulder, Colorado. Like, I've been obsessed with it since middle school. That's where I want to be right now. They have the degree that I want to get, which I didn't end up getting because I dropped out. But when Pluto was going over my IC, that's what I did. I was like, I'm just moving halfway across the country. Don't know anyone there, never been, and it changed my life for the better. That's what happened when Pluto went over my IC. Alejandra. Thoughts on moving to your Mars line? Depends on your chart. I'm actually on my Mars line right now and I don't love it. I was born on my Mars line too and I didn't love it, but I have Mars on my descendant and Mars on my descendant in the 7th house. So I feel like it creates just a lot of like not great energy in terms of my relationships and things. But it depends on your chart. I mean, that's what I teach in my astrocartography class that's in my private community. Like, is you need to be applying your astrocartography to your birth chart. Because if you're not using both to understand more about what that place is going to be for you, you're missing out. And you're not going to get the full picture. Like, I did that before I went to London. And London is near my Venus line. And everyone is like, oh, Venus and Jupiter, they're the best lines to be on. Blah, 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 blah. Not for me, because I did not love London. I did not have the energy there. It was not it. And I've also learned deeper stuff in astrocartography that I'll be teaching in my private community soon. But no, that was not it for me. So depends on your chart. if you have harmonious aspects with Mars, or it's like in an area of life, like in the house that you want to have a lot of focus and energy in, then maybe. The current transits seem to really hit Libra stellium hard. Yeah, because they're all in all the other signs. There's like a T-square with Pluto, Chiron, and Mars right now. So, and Cancer, Aries, and Capricorn. So all of that friction and tension is like being applied to Libra the most. My best favorite lines to live on. I've talked about that in my astrocartography class, and I've been talking about it a lot lately. I think I even posted a couple of videos on that last week and on TikTok. But for me, it's my moon line. My moon line is my favorite because I have moon in the 3rd house, and the moon rules my 10th house. And I feel like I love what I do, y'all. Like, I really, really, really love teaching astrology and human design. Like, it's really all I want to do. And that's what this whole, like, traveling experience, I'm on my 6th week of traveling through Europe, and that's really what this is teaching me, is, like, the more I'm away from my moon line, which feels very supportive for my career, it feels very, like, I'm in creative flow there with what I want to do and how I want to teach astrology and human design, like, the longer I'm away from that, the more it like hurts my soul. Even though I am learning a lot of valuable stuff to like teach to y'all about astrophotography and about the lines and things in different locations, but I really just want to get back to my moon line. I really do. And then my relocation chart for where I moved to in the US, my moon is in the 4th house. So it feels just very like comfy. It feels very homey there. Like, I love my relocation chart for where I moved to in the US, and I love my astrocartography for there as well. Yeah, I'm a 1-3 manifesting generator. Is that why I've been so sick? It could be. My husband wants to live out of an RV. Oh my gosh, my parents did that for a little while, and they loved it. But they're back in a house now. I lived out of a Tesla for like it was like 2 months. I lived out of cars and stuff, but never an RV. I like a house. I like being in a house. That's one of the things I'm kind of over about Europe, is like, I really don't love like apartments. This traveling definitely gives you new perspectives, yeah. I've been my moon line and the energy is so comfortable. Yeah, it really is so cozy. Doesn't matter if it's the ascendant or descendant, the moon line. I mean, that's not the question I would ask, because, well, it's just hard to answer that question. It's not like one matters more than the other. It's just a different energy. So this is what I walk you through in my astrocartography class that I've taught, that lives in my private community, is what each line angle means. Like Jupiter ascendant, Jupiter IC, like they each mean something different. And it just depends on, again, what you want from where you want to move to or where you want to travel to. It's not like one matters more than the other. It's just like they have different energies. And I teach all that in my astrocartography class that's in the private community. What's been my favorite thing about Europe? I really love the 3rd spaces. Like just places to sit outside and chill. We have that where I live too in the US, but not as much as here. I love the wine. I love that everything is like sourced really locally and everything is really top quality. Because of that, what else do I love? I love the public transportation. Like getting around Paris is a breeze and amazing because of the metro. And then getting from Paris to the Riviera was super easy because of the train. I love that about it. Yeah. And the like coffee culture. Am I going to stay in Paris? No. Absolutely not. I love Paris. And I'll continue to travel to Paris, but hell no. I'm an American girl. I'm an American girly. I could not live in such small spaces for an extended period of time. I definitely want to learn more about where you live. Take my astrocartography class because I talk about it a lot in there. I've always wanted to visit Portugal, Ireland, or New Zealand. Guess where your Venus line goes through. Oh, that's awesome. The soul knows. Yeah, totally. The soul knows. I mean, that was me before I moved to Colorado. Like, I knew I wanted to be there. Like, even in middle school. And in North Carolina, people don't talk about Colorado. Like, nobody even knows. Like, people don't talk about the West and the South, really, hardly at all. It's like a foreign land to the people of the South. And so, yeah, it was a very drastic move. But then finding out my moon line goes through there, oh yeah, it makes sense. Like, and then same with France. Like, I don't even know where the desire to travel to France came from, truly. Like, probably a multitude of places. Like, it was just something that built, like, it was breadcrumbed, and then it was like all of a sudden I was like, I want to go there. Like, I don't know how to describe it. And then looking at my astrocartography, like, oh yeah, it makes sense. It all makes sense. I'm really excited to teach y'all about the Perrin lines in astrocartography in my private community, because the Perrin lines really add a whole layer of depth to astrocartography that isn't there with just the normal stuff. What do you mean, can you find lines for a whole family? I guess so. Yeah, you could look at anything. If you did a composite chart, that'd be kind of cool, actually. Libra, Sun, and Rising, Venus line makes the most sense. Where's your Venus? Depends on where your Venus is. I'm a Libra rising, and I hated my Venus line. So, there's also the Perrin lines, too, because it's not just... Like, astrocartography, I teach this in my class again, but you don't just have the planet lines. You also have harmonious and disharmonious aspect lines. And you also have Perrin lines. So all of those will add energy to the place. So it's kind of much more complex than just like your planet lines. But if you want to move somewhere, I definitely recommend looking at your relocation chart, which that's separate from astrocartography, and I also just filmed a class on that in my private community, where all of my classes live pretty much is in my private community. Venus in Virgo. Oh, so it's in your 12th house? I don't know. I mean, you have to try it, but it might be somewhere you feel very like internalized, because the 12th house is like what's hidden, and it's a very internally focused area of life. Yeah, I do chart readings, but I really love teaching. Like, teaching is my favorite thing, because yeah, it gives y'all the tools to understand this stuff and not need anyone else really after you learn them to help you understand it. You can just consult your chart at any time for anything. So that's why I love teaching. It gives you the tools instead of needing to rely on somebody else for them. Astrocartography class is in my private community, in my membership. Yeah, you can only access that class through my membership. I could make it a separate offer, but the membership is so cheap. And there are literally like over 30 classes I've taught in there, and then I do live Q&As all the time. So it's really where I'm harboring like a private community for y'all to connect over this stuff and meet other people and be supported and learning them. Yeah. If my Mars is in the second, would that mean Mars line? Yeah, you could. Kelly says I need to take a class. Yes! Love all your videos and knowledge. Thank you. I love teaching. It's my favorite thing. Interested in my astrologer course? Yes! How are you feeling about the upcoming Scorpio new moon? When is that? I honestly haven't even been looking at too far ahead at transits because just the day-to-day has been freaking insane. It's got to be 2 weeks before the full moon, which is on the 17th, so it would be like the 3rd or the 4th. I think I'll be in Cannes then. Yay, you see it now? Awesome, Amber. Oh, thank you, Kelly. I'm a Manny Jen. You know, I gotta follow what I love. Okay, yeah, the full moon is the first, or the new moon is the 1st. It just feels like there's so much to astrology. Yeah. You gotta start with what you gotta start with the basics, which is what I teach in my Become an Astrologer course, is like the basics of everything. That helps you to understand the language. And then, just like language, you have to practice it to learn it. Like, I've been learning French for a year, but I wouldn't say I've really learned it to be able to like feel confident in understanding and practicing it until I got to France and was actually practicing it. And it's the same with astrology. It's the same with human design. Like, you have to apply the stuff. Knowledge without application is useless. You have to like be looking at charts, be helping people with charts, or just looking at your own, or looking at your family members, or looking at your children, or looking at your friends. Like, that's how you're really going to learn it. And that's why I built my private community, so that we can like have that space to practice on each other and to help each other. Because that's really how you learn it. But yeah, if you feel like you're still like a super beginner and don't understand like the basic stuff, that's what my course is for. The membership is for like support. The private community is for support after you've learned the basics and you want to like practice. Oh my god, the new moon's like on Halloween. Wait, let me see what time it'll be in my time zone. (1:47 p.m.) So that would be... Oh no, it wouldn't be on the 31st unless you're like in Hawaii. Right? Yeah. No, I think even Hawaii maybe would be... No, it would be on the 31st in Hawaii. Yeah. I don't know, nothing really major is going on with it. I think the full moon's going to be way bigger because it will involve Uranus. You're Mandy Gen 2? Awesome. Can you talk about YOUUUs? I have one, it confuses me. Yeah, I have one too. I've talked about them I have a class on that in my private community actually. It goes over all of the aspect patterns. So like grand trine, grand cross, kite, yod, And I talk about how to interpret them in that class. I usually hate Scorpio season, but this year so far is feeling good. That's good, because I feel like complete garbage. But I'm also like in France for the first time and living out of suitcases, so that probably makes a difference. Oh no, yeah. C'est la vie. Aquarius Sun, Aries Moon, Taurus rising. Woo woo. I'm an Aries Moon. Should I be worried with Saturn coming direct? Why would you be worried about that as an Aries Moon? Saturn is in Pisces until May, I think. Saturn's in Pisces for a while. Ooh, Christine is a Libra, Pisces, Libra, and a manifesting generator. Amazing! I'm also Libra rising. What's your take on Virgo South Node and North Node? As a Libra stellium amateur. I've talked about that a little bit. I'll be doing a 2025 deep dive in my private community. I'm really excited for it. I feel like collectively it's going to push a lot of us back to like faith, spirituality, religion. I feel like it's when the alternate healing modalities are really going to thrive, like tarot, astrology, human design, mediumship, like all things kind of woo-woo, spiritual, I feel like are really going to thrive. There's going to be a push for that in the collective. More people are going to be interested in it. Kind of what we saw in 2020 when we had the... what was it? The Saturn-Jupiter conjunction or whatever it was. Kind of like that. And I think we're going to release a lot of the logical mind as a collective too, or there's going to be a push to do that. But the South Node is a tricky bitch. So people might want to reject that, the push for that new direction. Yeah, there might be pushback, criticisms. The nodes kind of bring to light duality of our society and the growth of our society and what we're currently like focused on as a society. And right now we're seeing that with the nodes being in the north node being in Aries and the south node being in Libra. We're seeing that, I feel like, in the dating world, because that's really what Aries and Libra rule over, is Aries independence and Libra relationships. And so we're really seeing this push of like people becoming more independent, women wanting to stay single and like, choosing the bear. And then we're seeing a pushback from men and even from some women who are like, oh no, like you need to stick with your man. Like, oh no, y'all just need to like settle. Y'all just need to like lower your standard. Your standards are too high, blah, blah, blah. So we're seeing that duality like really at the forefront of everything in our society right now. And also the politics duality. So I think Pisces and Virgo is just going to shift that into like spirituality, Pisces, and I think health will be a big focus too, like nutrition. I really hope there's some things, like I know RFK Jr. is working on some things to help like our food system in the US. I really hope that just comes to fruition during that time, because that would be very South Node and Virgo. Like we're releasing old, outdated nutritional values, things that just aren't healthy, aren't serving us. Yeah, that's how it's going to shift, I feel like. Amber's a 5-1 projector. Nice! I just had a 5-1 projector join the private community, and I feel like there's a lot of y'all in there. I love y'all so much. I love 5-1s. I mean, I love all the profiles for different reasons, but 5-1s and we just seem to vibe. Y'all just have this realness to you. Christine says all things woo-woo makes me super happy. Yeah. Same here. As a Scorpio stellium. I've been feeling a pull towards spirituality really strong, yeah. I mean, Saturn in Pisces is giving us a foreshadowing of that, so it's already here. It's already happening. We're already seeing a lot of people, like, readopt Christianity, readopt, like, religion. It's very Saturn in Pisces. But whether or not it's with an organized religion, it's still spiritual. Like, spirituality is spirituality. It's the base of all organized religion, which is very Pisces. How is South Node Libra for you as a Libra rising? I changed the way I dress completely. I feel like I really released an old version of myself. Like, that was a people pleaser, and that, like, just attracted all kinds of fuckery within relationships. Like, I feel like I've really learned from the bullshit, and I'm embodied in a new version of myself because of it. Like, upholding boundaries in relationships more so than I ever have, and, like, my standards have risen more so than they ever have in the last year and a half. Yeah, I've changed, kind of, like, attracted new friend group as well. I feel like everything about me has changed. Started, like, consistently wearing, like, just putting more effort into my parents than I ever have, really. Just very first house transit. I'm a nutritional therapist, finally speaking about my blend of spiritual and science work. Amazing! Yes! There's someone in my private community who is a nutritionist and uses human design in her nutrition practice, and it is so cool to hear her stories of how much it helps people and, like, how much confirmation it gives people that, like, because, you know, you can look at human design for your eating style, and so she uses that in her nutrition practice, and I just think that's the coolest thing in the world, and I love it. Scorpio season here in our country is crazy with this strong storm. Oh my god, where are you? Good, because I'm over all the politics. No, same. Yes, here for this. Yes. Yeah, no, same, Kelly. I love the RFK movement for sure. Oh, Amber says, makes sense, my nodes are in Virgo Pisces. Yeah, for sure. Everyone I know that has North Node and Pisces, which is a lot of people, because I have a lot of friends who were born in 88, and that's when the North Node was in Pisces. One of the times that the North Node was in Pisces. And every single person, I swear, that I know with that is, like, the most spiritual person I've ever met. Like, they're so intuitive. A lot of them are, like, Reiki healers or astrologers or Akashic record readers or, like, whatever. Like, I love it. Saturn, Jupiter conjunct in 12th house and energy of woo-woo. Yeah, I would say so. It depends on the sign, but yeah, totally. Boyfriend is a Pisces rising with a megastellium in Capricorn, doesn't believe in astrology. Yeah, Capricorns, they really, like, reject it for some reason. The guy I met last night, who's a Capricorn and probably a Pisces moon, was asking me, he's like, oh, do you really think it, like, you really, you know, it's really true? Like, I'm like, yep, I mean, it's my career, so, like, yeah. It still shocks me, like, how true it is every time I look at something. Like, I did that video on the birth chart of the US versus France, and it fits. Like, it's just, it doesn't lie. Also loved your take on Kim Kardashian Virgo South Node hitting her 10th house Bofax. Oh, thanks. Yeah. I think, yeah, I really think she's going to just, I don't want to say disappear from the public, but I think she's going to realize how much more private she needs to be, hopefully. We'll see. Hey, girly. Hey, Infinity Life reading. I'm assuming 5-1s are 5 placements in the same sign. No, so 5-1 is a human design thing. So in human design, you have a profile, it's called. It's kind of like your personality, like your sun sign in astrology, we could say. and it's 2 numbers. It's so like human design is a whole other language from astrology. And this is why I made my ebook, to give you guys a resource to understand both languages, because they really are like languages. Although, let me tell y'all, learning French, like a whole ass language, is way harder than learning astrology and human design. But yeah, so that's a human design thing. So there's 12 different profiles, and they look like a fraction when you pull up your chart, and yeah, they mean something different. They each mean something different. It's just like there's 12 zodiac signs, and they each mean something different. Sorry, my hair's like a mess over here. Oh, thanks. Is it Gills? I relate to this a lot from what I heard, yeah. Amazing. Wait, I just lost. Okay. My because life is draining right now. Life is so draining right now. I literally today, I'm like, I don't think I can do anything. I went to the boulangerie and like came back and I don't really, like, here I am. This is all I want to do today, and like catch up on Love is Blind, because I still haven't. Human design and nutrition, amazing. No, I know. I was like, this is why I created like the human design classes I taught on nutrition. Like, it's so cool to see it. What are North Node Scorpios? What do you mean? I have North Node in Scorpio. Mine are reversed though, Virgo North and Pisces South. Oh. Okay. Showing your age. Well, you could be super young with that too. That happens every 18 years. Every 18 years. Cancer Sun, Libra Rising, Leo Moon, 3-5 Emotional Manifestor. Amazing! I have that many 3-5 manifestors. I know a ton of 6-2 manifestors. I know a ton of 1-3 manifestors. I know a ton of a couple 6-3 manifestors. I know a lot of manifestors. It's kind of amazing. Oh wait, no, I do know a 3-5 manifestor. I know one, I think, off the top of my head. Y'all are so magnetic, but also in a like repelling kind of way. I feel like y'all do really well like creating content, because people that are repelled by you are just gonna keep scrolling, but people that are like magnetized by you are gonna watch your stuff. LOL, I have 5 cat placements, but do believe. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I find Cap is the most like polarized by it. It's like y'all either really love it, because Capricorn is an intuitive sign, but I think the opposite side of Capricorn is like rejecting anything that's not logical and like not realizing how intuitive they are, because they're more focused on like the physical, the material world. But Capricorn is hella freaking intuitive, and that's why they make great business people. Like, to succeed in business, you have to have intuition. Any advice on how I can get a birth time rectification? 3-hour window. It depends on if you know about astrology or not. If you know a good amount of astrology, and is this for you or someone else? If it's for you, it's a little easier because you know your own life. But if you don't know that much about astrology, or you're like second guessing, you can hire somebody to do it just by Googling. I love astrology. I need to take more time to understand human design. Yeah. Well, if you understand astrology, like, human design's a little bit easier to understand. How will North Node and Pisces affect Libra risings? With North Node and Libra? I don't know. You can book a reading. Do you teach on all of this in the community membership? Yes. Yes. That's where all of my more like intermediate advanced classes I've taught on astrology and human design, live in the membership community, and I do a live Q&A in there about every week, sometimes every 2 weeks. Since I've been traveling, the schedule's been a little hectic, but I do post when I'm going to be doing the next Q&A like about a week in advance in there. And then there's a community forum, so you can post in there if you have questions about your chart or anything anytime, and other people can chime in, kind of like a Facebook group, like it's a community forum. And then you have access to all the classes in there. I can understand human design, but I struggle with the astrology. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm excited for Pluto and Aqua. Influencer culture has to go. Yeah. I feel like it's dead. But then these people are still getting millions of views. So, I don't know. Kelsey, with being a Libra rising, have you been drawn to face the things of the past? Not really. Not lately. Yeah, I don't know. Libra sun, Gemini moon, Sag rising. Oh my god, amazing. Super sociable, because that's what that would give me. I'm traveling through France solo, yeah, but I would not move here. I thought I wanted to move here. I do not. I do not, and that's very 1-3 profile of me, is like, okay, let's try it out. Let's throw the spaghetti at the wall. If the spaghetti sticks, super. If it doesn't stick, super. I learned that I don't want to move to France by being here for, how long have I been here? So, let's see, minus 2 weeks, 4 weeks. I've been here a month. Pisces, Sag moon, Gemini rising. Amazing. I'm a Sag moon too. Hey, hey. Good morning from Orlando. Oh my god, I hope y'all are doing good over there. I'm a generator, but don't know a ton on human design. Yeah, I feel you. The first thing I ever learned was that I'm a manifesting generator, and I didn't really know what that meant other than like we're multi-passionate. And that was like 2019. And then in 2021, I learned about my determination, and I learned about my environment, which comes from your variables, which I created my variables bundle to teach you guys that information, and really go deep into the variables, because that's like a whole thing. That's like a whole separate thing from your main human design stuff. But once I learned about that and how accurate it was for me, I was like, okay, there's so much more to human design than I thought. Like, this is freaking insane. And that's when I really, really, really dove deep into it, and learned all about my profile, and started living my determination, my digestion, and my environment. And that's when I created my ebooks and my human design course, because I was just like diving. I was unemployed. I was living out of a car. Like, I didn't have anything else to do. So I was like researching human design like all day, every day, and putting all of what I was learning into my ebooks and my course. If you want to learn about your human design, I put together a PDF that you can get. It's like a personalized interpretation of your chart. You can get it from astrologyhumandesign.com. Astrologyhumandesign.com. That's my website. And so once you pull up your human design chart on my website, you can look for like to get your custom blueprint, and that will tell you all about your chart. It tells you everything, literally what your profile is, your type, so generator, manifestor, etc., your authority, your channels, your gates. It tells you about your variables, your manifestation style. It tells you a little bit about your incarnation cross, which is like your purpose. And it also gives you like a breakdown of what the definitions are, like what the actual terms mean, because like I said, human design is a language. So it gives you a little bit of that information taken from my ebook in the personalized report, like the interpretation you can get of your chart from my website. And that's what I recommend if you're new to human design and you want like a reading, because it is like it is a reading of your chart, and I wrote everything that's in there. Because I don't do readings of the basics anymore, because you can get that information from me in other places. One 3 projector. Hey Barb. Will you be coming over to London? Katie asked. I was in London like 3 weeks ago. I probably won't go back, no. Probably will not. Happy belated birthday. That's exciting. Double Scorp. A mini gen type. Oh, 5-1. Amazing. I was just saying I love 5-1s. I don't know if you're on here, Sarah, when I was saying that, but there's a lot of 5-1s in my private community, and I love y'all so much. We vibe over there. Sag Moon, me too. Hey. Hey, Ashley. I am not doing readings right now, no, but my one-on-ones are open. And I believe I still have life purpose readings that you can book. In my bio. So true for 1-3, have to learn by experience, and then we know what we don't prefer, not what we do. Yeah, no, totally. We really have to learn. We can't take advice from anybody. Like, so many people, like, I have a couple friends who are from France, and they live here still, or they live like close to France, and they were both telling me like, oh, you know, the Riviera is going to be closed like by the time that you're there, which is now, and like, you know, a lot of stuff won't be open, and you know, blah blah. It's kind of like the Hamptons in the US, like stuff's going to close. And I'm like a few things have been closed, but it's pretty poppin' down here still. Like it was very 1-3. It's like I can't really take anyone's advice. Like, I am called to go to the Riviera for a reason. Like, I just need to do it and experience it. And yeah, can't take advice. Which, when I learned that, it gave me so much peace, because it really has pissed off my like relationships and like people I've been in partnership with, relationships with, and my parents my whole life. It's like pissed everybody off around me. Like, why can't you just listen to our advice? Like, I can't. I'm 1-3 profile. I gotta learn myself. I gotta learn firsthand. Libra rising, Leo sun, and Sag moon. Oh my god, amazing! I met someone with that same combo like a couple years ago. I'm a Libra rising, Sag moon also, but Taurus sun. Ooh, we got a lot of Taurus. Taurus. I heard it was dirty and high crime. Where? You're welcome, Katie. Bye. I have to learn firsthand too as a 5-1, yeah. You might have a lot of third lines in other places in your chart. Oh, Paris. Well, Paris is like 6 hours from where I am right now in the Riviera. Paris is not as dirty as I thought. I think they cleaned it up for the Olympics, and it's honestly, London was dirtier, and I know New York City is way dirtier than I've experienced in Paris. I mean, honestly, where I live in the US is so freaking clean all the freaking time that anywhere compared to there is dirty. So, but no, honestly, Paris, I was expecting it to be way worse, and I love Paris. It's great. Paris is great. Hi, Joy's Muses. Yeah, I haven't been live in a while since before I moved, which was like August. Dang, it's October. What the fuck? Aries, sun and moon, Sag rising. Ooh, nice. Love that fire. Fire. You moved at a crazy time. I got your email about it. Yeah. Let's have a North Node in Scorpio. North Node in Scorpio. Yeah. Let's have a North Node in Scorpio. North Node in Scorpio. Our lives are just crazy. Crazy and chaotic. Well, I have Pluto there, so maybe that's just a North Node conjunct Pluto thing. Hey, Monet. Boulder is very clean. I'm in Littleton, yeah. Even Denver's clean. But Boulder is so clean because people give a shit about being clean. Like, it's illegal to not pick up your dog's poop. So it's also pretty small. I'm thinking of moving too, though, yeah. Justin says, I love Boulder. Me too, I miss it so much. But I'll be back in 3 weeks. I think. 3 weeks. I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked to just see the mountains and like the open space and like, I love the mountains. What does North Node and Scorpio signify for you? Well, it's funny you ask because I did a reading last night for somebody and they had it too. And what came up for them and what in general I think the interpretation of it is like stepping into your passions even if they're uncomfortable or it's uncomfortable for you to do that. Like, because with North Node and Scorpio you have the South Node and Taurus. So you would just want to stay in your comfort zone. You want to stay in like what's known, which is like the fabric of the old society that we've all lived in, of like go to college and get a degree and get this one job and then build your retirement plan and then retire at 60 and then blah, blah, like that's known and that's comfortable and blah, blah, blah. But North Node and Scorpio is here to grow away from that. Like they're here to do the opposite. They're here to forge their own path based on their passions and like let themselves be kind of constantly reborn and like go through transformations. But it depends on which house it's in for the area of life it's going to show up for you. Goldie says it's actually pretty cool. Yeah. Justin says I'm opposite South Node and Scorpio. Oh, wow. I have a lot of friends that have the opposite of me, and I feel like we really teach each other like how to step into our North Node, because your South Node is like what you come into this life having already kind of mastered, and so we just kind of like innately live from our South Node if we're not aware that we need to grow away from it. And so if you meet people who have the opposite as you, like you learn from them about who they innately are that you're meant to grow into, and vice versa. I'm not answering a question about 2033. I can barely even think of tomorrow. No. Your North Node is in Leo? Okay, cool. I think that's... The US has their North Node in Leo, and I think... Does Kim Kardashian have her North Node in Leo? I think so. Those are the ones I know off from memory. I love Aries, and I'm Aries North Node in the 10th house. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, I know I need grounding like Taurus. Yeah, for sure. And like stability, comfortability. Yeah. Not Kim Kardashian. Well, she's like the most famous person in the world, and I've read her chart probably 100 times. So I know it almost as well as I know my own at this point. They make the whole family makes great case studies. Like if you have someone that doesn't believe in astrology, literally just start telling them about the Kardashians' charts alone. Because it's all written right fucking there. Aries North Node, 4th house. Okay, interesting. North Node, Leo, 5th house. Oh yeah, because Leo traditionally rules the 5th house. All the feels. It's all the feels for me right now, so clearly the message is coming strong. Yeah. I mean, and depending on the degree of your North Node, you could have Uranus there. Uranus is on my South Node. And it's been a lot of chaos. I don't super love it. Jess says, so random, but I love your reposts. Oh, thanks. I get kind of self-conscious about some of them, but my algorithm is so well trained at this point. Like, it really always pretty much shows me videos that I love. Virgo, Sun, Leo, Moon, Gemini, Rising. Ooh, okay. I'm in Aries rising, so my chart is technically, yeah, in the right order, right? Cancer Sun, Sag Moon, Scorpio rising. Ooh, I'm a Sag Moon too. Hey. So much chaos, LOL. What's going on right now? I'm lost. In what context? What I was speaking to is, I don't know. I just feel like I spent so much time planning planning loosely this international trip and getting excited about it and learning French for it and like yada yada yada, figuring out where I was gonna go and what I was gonna do. And now that I'm here, I'm like, I think I've been here too long. Like 6 weeks is too long, and I still have 2 more weeks, and I don't know. Life just feels chaotic. My sun is on my South Node because I'm in 11th house. Aquarius Sun and South Node. Oh, well. Hi, it's fun, yeah. I love being a Sag Moon. I love other Sag Moons, too. I mean, anyone you meet with the same moon sign as you, like, you just vibe, I feel like, instantly. Pluto moving signs, I guess, people coming for Mars in the 7th house. Yeah, I think Mars being opposite Pluto right now is causing a lot of chaos collectively, and then Mars is kind of squaring Chiron also. Oh god, here we go. TikTok trying to make sure I'm not a robot. Okay. I was born after midnight. Always have the opposite. I don't know what that means. My Virgo moon and Aries sun stellium in my 6th house can sometimes feel like an internal battle. Is that an Italian flag in your username, Justin? Random side quest there. I don't know. I feel like Virgo and Aries are very similar. They're very like no bullshit. They're very like get shit done. But the place where they're different is like Aries will just do shit, and Virgo's like, we need to think this through. Like, yes, it is. I met someone last night from Italy, from the place that I loved in Italy, which is Torino, and they live here now in Nice, and they split their time between Nice and Paris, and are going back to Paris, and we'll be in Paris at the same time because I'm going back to Paris, and then we both leave Paris to fly to the US on the same day. And I was like, what? This is crazy. That is one thing I will say, like, the signs and the synchronicities here have been absolutely insane. So I'm definitely meant to be here, but I don't know. It just feels chaotic. And I miss my comfort zone. It's very South Node and Taurus. Originally from Italy and moved to the US when I was 10. Oh, wow, okay. That's someone you're meant to be friends with. I know. I was like, what the fuck? That was crazy. Wait, their name isn't Sebastiano. No, it was I don't know how to. Well, in English it's Daniel, but in Italian, I guess in Italian it would be different. But in French it's like Daniel. That would be funny though if it was the same person. I really love Torino. I would go back there. But I'm just kind of like, it's been too much traveling. Too much moving around. I just want to like not move homes. And I want to, yeah, I miss all my kitchen stuff and it's very Taurus of me. I mean, my sun and Mercury's in Taurus, so I am a Taurus. I am a Taurus. Virgo, sun, wait, what did that say? Virgo, sun, Gemini, moon, Aries, rising. Okay, cool. Danielle, it can be weird. LOL. My friend Sebastiano lives near Torino and works in France. Oh, wow. That's far. It's like 5.5 hours. Well, from Nice, Torino is. Yeah, I really, 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 really loved it there. I would spend like a couple weeks there. But I need to ground. I need to like move. Yeah, anyways. What's the most reliable place to get charts from? Human design or astrology? Astrology, I would say Astrogold. It's an app. And it's a software you can download to your computer. They also have a great astrocartography like feature of their software program. If you're using a website, I would say astro.com is the most accurate. It doesn't look the best though. And then app-wise, I've heard people like Time Passages, but I use Astrogold for everything. Yes, whole sign houses all day. Whole sign houses. Sun, Pisces, Moon, Aquarius, Rising, Scorpio. Okay, cool. Still learning what it all means. Yeah, if you're still learning, I recommend my ebook. It breaks down all the basics. And it also goes into like some other stuff, like degrees, like deeper stuff. What a Saturn return is, what retrogrades are. It goes into pretty much all the basics of everything. Perfection years, perfection houses. Originally from Sicily, and although I love my hometown country, miss America weeks later, yeah. America just hits different, you know? I don't know. A stellium is when you have three or more placements in the same sign. My career would be good for me. What career would be good for me? I don't know. You can book a reading. I'm a Pisces rising and Gem moon and Gem sun. Okay. And a projector. Nice. I have not used Astra. Or maybe I did once and I didn't like it and then I deleted it and I haven't used it since. I know a lot of people recommend it, but I don't like that shit, the AI shit. I lived in Italy for a bit but wanted to kiss the ground when I got back here. No, literally that's how I feel. Like, when I think of flying home, all I can hear is like eagle. Like the TikToks that people make that are funny, like TikToks that are like the eagle noises. Like the eagle sounds. Like, I'm an American girly. Astra feels very fake. Yeah, no, totally. That's how I've always felt about ChatGPT for astrology. Like, no. It's just too basic, and then it gets a lot of stuff wrong. ate the greasiest burger when I come back. That's something that surprised me about France, is that they have a lot of like, and I don't know who had it first. I don't know the history of the food, but like, I'm pretty sure French fries are actually from Belgium, but they're everywhere in France, and they have burgers and they have bacon like on everything. Like there's so much like ham and bacon on literally everything in France, and I'm like, I thought this was an American thing. Like, I'm so confused. I am a Taurus sun, Libra rising, Sag moon. It's all good combos. It's all a good combo. There's 1,440 different combos of sun, moon, and rising, and they're all good. I'm a Sag moon and a blind optimist. Stellium is all the same sign, but not also house. Well, in whole sign, that's not a thing. So, how I read charts is using whole sign, the house system, and it puts all, that's why it's called whole sign. It puts all planets and placements you have in one sign in one house. So every house is just one sign. And I have a ton of videos on that you can watch if you go to my page, and the top where there's like text and boxes and you can scroll are all my playlists, and I have one called Astrology Houses if you're unfamiliar with the house systems. But I also have a page on that in my ebook where I teach you the basics of astrology in my ebook. It's like an all-in-one guide to astrology. So glad I caught you on live. Going to book a reading. Amazing. Have a great day at work. Thanks, Justin. Appreciate you. Do you think sidereal tropical is more accurate? Tropical. Sag moon, my bestie has that. She's psycho. What are other placements? Still amazed how collective readings can always be so accurate and only 600 people have liked them. What do you mean? Yeah, the earth is round. Why are you asking me that question? I have tons of 12th house placements. Oh, wow. Hey, Courtney, I'm a Taurus sun too. And my Mars is in Aries. Oh my God, I wonder if we were born around the same time. Okay, well, that's why she's crazy. She was born on a full moon. Full moon people are, I don't like to use the word crazy, but they're intense. I mean, it's full moon energy. Nothing else to say. And a Taurus stellium. Oh, nice. Yeah, I have a lot in Taurus too. Sag moon, Virgo rising, Gemini sun. Amazing. Yep, you're also born under a full moon. So, yeah, that comes with the territory. Although I would say the craziest full moon baby I ever met was a Virgo sun and a Pisces moon. That person was batshit. I was born on a new moon. Amazing. When the sun is opposite the moon. Full moon. Talk about that in my ebook too. Talk about that in my ebook. I plan to do a class eventually in my private community going over like what it means about your personality being born under the different moon phases, because that's super interesting stuff. I think there's 8 different ones. No. Let me see. New moon. What would it be? Yeah, I think there's 8 different ones. New moon, full moon, first quarter, last quarter, and then the waxing and the waning, crescent, and gibbous. Yeah, there's 8 different moon phases you can be born under. And that adds a very unique energy to your moon placement as well. Yeah, I plan to teach all the classes eventually. I'm working on them. The one I just taught that is newest to the community is the relocation chart. So I teach you how to calculate a relocation chart, what to look for in it, if you're planning a move or you just want to understand like why you felt called to move somewhere new and then the energy was completely different there from where you were living before. Relocation charts, super interesting stuff. Want a reading? Link in bio. Link in bio. Link in bio. Or go to astrologyhumandesign.com. Yeah, it's all linked to my bio, or you can go to astrologyhumandesign.com. I don't use sidereal. I don't think anyone should be using sidereal unless you're in India and like practice Vedic astrology. Yeah, human design is absolutely legit. I teach human design too. That's what my website is, Astrology Human Design. And it's in my ebook as well. Although you can't just buy the astrology ebook or you can't just buy the human design one, but the one that's linked to my bio has both. Can you predict life events? Yeah. I mean, predictions are finicky because the future is not written in stone, but it can tell you like certain energies. Like I knew when Jupiter moved into my 9th house that I'd probably be traveling abroad, and I'm in France right now. So yeah, absolutely. I teach that. I have a few lessons I taught on that in my Become an Astrologer course. There's bonus lessons in my Become an Astrologer course on like how to predict when you'll meet a life partner, how to plan a move using your astrology, like how to use it for crucial life timing stuff. Yeah, you're welcome. Post-divorce glow up. I love that freaking name. That's awesome. Do you offer live astrology readings? Sometimes, not right now. How extensive are your readings? Depends on what you want to go into. I mean, that's a what you want to cover in the reading thing. I don't like to read anyone's whole life. I don't even really like to look more than a year in advance because what's the point of that? But that's me. That's a personal thing. You can see all that stuff, but again, like none of it's written in stone. I think my human design is manifester, which I'm still figuring out. Wait, what? If it's more vocal or written down. If you're a manifester, it's probably both. Because manifestors have a motor connection to the throat. That's what makes a manifester. And the throat is the center of manifestation. And if you have a channel leading to your throat, the center of manifestation, then to manifest, you need to trust what you say and like write shit down. Human design 6-2 manifester. Amazing. I just met someone who is a 6-3 manifester. And I'm excited to maybe get to know them more. We'll see. I want to know if I'll be able to travel, have 2 kids, single mom, just want hope. You're already a single mom or you want to be a single mom? I'm confused by that. I mean, if you want a reading, yeah, you can book. We can, like I said, we can look at anything you want to cover. But you'd have to book a one-on-one for that because I'm only doing life purpose readings right now that are audio readings. I have Sun, Moon, and Venus in my first house. Pisces rising. Ooh, that's fun. Channel that intensity into creativity. Oh, you have 2 kids. Okay. Want to live my life a little, yeah. Take him with you. I know. I just met someone in Paris who, well, they are married, but their husband is not living with them in Paris. So they're kind of like single momming it until their husband can move to Paris. And yeah, she just decided to up and move them here. And honestly, it's like, I was amazed. Like, single moms and motherhood is just not appreciated enough. I'm just like, that's a feat. That's, yeah, truly freaking incredible. I am coming back to Boulder, yes. It's a Catalina weed mixer. Oh my god, I love that so much. Just found your live, love your content. Thanks for sharing. Aw, thank you. It was an Aquarius sun rising, Aries moon. Amazing. Catalina weed mixer. That's freaking dope. I know the weather is so beautiful back there. I mean, it's been really beautiful here in the Riviera. Cannot complain, but I'm not used to the humidity. 75 degrees here feels like 100 back home. But it's been nice to swim in the ocean. I do miss the ocean back home. So we got that in the south of France. It's sunny, it's warm, the ocean's nice. Carly says, I travel with my little one all the time. She's been so many places and only 4. Oh my god! Yeah, I've seen so many people traveling with kids here. It's literally, it shocks me because in the US, I don't know, maybe this is just our conditioning or societal thing or whatever, but it's like, traveling with kids is so hard. Like, don't do it. You're really gonna travel there. And I've seen so many families here and even like single moms traveling alone with their kids of all ages here. And France is such a supportive place. Like, there was a mom with her kid in a stroller in the metro in Paris, and like there's a ton of stairs. If you've never been to Paris in the metro, there's a ton of stairs everywhere to get down to the metro. And so this mom was like pushing her kid in a stroller and like was at the bottom of the stairs and was like about to carry her stroller up the stairs, like holy fucking shit. And this guy just stops to help her, and I saw that happen twice. And it was like this older man too. He just like stopped to help her. He's like, do you need help? And well, they said it in French, but like, and he helped her carry it up the stairs. And that's the second time I've seen that. So like people are really much more supportive over here. I guess it depends on where you want to go, but that's what I've seen. You really just can't listen to the naysayers, even if they're in your own head. Cancer, sun, cat, moon. 29 degrees. Jesus. Yeah, there's someone in my private community who has had Pluto on their moon in Capricorn, and they've been talking about it in the forum, in the community, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry. Like, that sounds rough. But transformation ultimately is good. But hindsight's 20/20, but when we're in it, it sucks sometimes. I love France. Yeah. France is great. I definitely want to keep visiting here. Once I let go of fear and people thinking I'm crazy, we've hiked mountains together and seen so many amazing places. Aww. Yeah, you'd be surprised at how supportive people are, like, truly. To femininity and to children. And will your website show me how to interpret my human design chart? Yeah, you can get a, if you want to do it on your own, get my ebook. If you want it done for you and like in a PDF format that you can just read, then get a custom chart interpretation from my website. So you can get your human design chart on my website and then look for, to get your custom blueprint, and that will break everything down for you. It tells you what it all means. I have Pluto and Capricorn, 7th house of Mars, and my rising Cancer. Yeah, the current transits, yeah. Yeah, you're welcome, Cece. Virgo, Sun, Mercury, Venus. Damn, is Saturn opposite all your Virgo stuff right now? Scorpio, Moon, Aqua rising. Yeah. I'm not loving it either. I feel you. Oh, Saturn is opposite all that? Damn. I don't know too much about Lilith. I have never felt called to it. For lack of a better, I don't know, phrase, have never really given a rat's ass about it, but I know some people really are intrigued by it. It also confused me that there's like two different Liliths. There's like Black Moon, and then there's like, which Black Moon is a calculation, just like part of fortune is, or the other like Arabic parts are, Arabic parts, Arabic, I don't know, tomato. And then there's also like Lilith the asteroid, and those are different. So once I learned that, I was like, I don't really care to dive into this. Lilith is your favorite. Okay. Is that Black Moon Lilith, or is that the asteroid Lilith? Because that confuses the fuck out of me. Black Moon Lilith, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Would that give like Scorpio energy? I don't know. I care more about Chiron. I feel like Chiron is like the most important part to learn at first, because it's like your crucial wounding. But all that other stuff is interesting. I have looked into like there's actually a statue. Where did I see that statue? Oh, it's in the Louvre. The Louvre. There was a statue of Eros and Psyche, and I was like, wait, those are asteroids that you can like look at in your chart. And it was like, oh, it was so cool to see like a statue of it in the Louvre. Chiron is equal favorite. Okay. Black Moon, dark side of the moon, the part of your emotions you don't use. Okay, but then Lilith asteroid means something else. See, je sais pas. Chiron is on my 11th, is in your 11th Taurus. Oh, wow. Chiron is with my Scorpio moon. Oh, damn. You could make money from that. I have such heavy Pisces influence. Pisces sun, Mercury, and rising moon in Taurus, and Venus in Aries. Oh, wow. Paris is great. I'm really excited to go back to Paris. I'm in the south of France right now. Je suis en Côte d'Azur. Je vais à Paris en 2 semaines. En 2 semaines. En 2 semaines. Any other Libra risings coming undone? Yes. Yes. I have been posting about that on my Instagram stories. I try to also put my Instagram stories on my TikTok stories, because now TikTok stories is a thing. I don't know if people watch them. But I've been talking about that like every day on my Instagram stories, because I am just literally my mantra right now, which I want to like reframe, because I don't think it's the best mantra for me to have, but I've just been saying it so much. It's like, I'm a mess. Like, it's just, life is just chaos right now. Have you been to Ez? Where's Ez? All the Pisces I know are having such a hard time. I think everyone is. This Mars-Pluto opposition is freaking insane. Who it is? YOUUU. Oh my god, I don't know how the unconjugated word for to know. Sabe? No, that's Spanish. South of France as stunning. that might be really close to me. I'm in Nice right now. Je suis à Nice pour l'instant. Yeah, wait. Peut-être je vais... maybe I will go. Je sais pas, parce que je suis fatiguée. I've been so tired, I don't know. Hey from Texas, hey from France. Fellow Taurus MG, oh my god, that's awesome. It's a town out of a fairy tale. I think I've seen videos of that, and like that place in Minton. That's probably not how you say it in French. Mais aujourd'hui, il va plus. It's raining. Hello, je suis ici. I am here. I was gonna go to Monaco today, but I don't know. I'm just not feeling anything. I just want to lay on the couch and catch up on Love is Blind. And I keep telling myself I have like 2 more weeks that I'm in the south of France, so like there's no rush. There's truly no rush. I'm gonna do all the things that I want to do in the perfect time. But yeah, I'll look that up. I know Nice is pretty close to everything. I'm gonna be in Cannes next week, which is a little farther, but c'est la vie. I chose French instead of Spanish in school, and I can still understand you. Yay! C'est très cool! Très cool. I chose Spanish, and I forgot all my Spanish because French has overridden my Spanish. But, ouais, j'apprends à parler le français pour un an. J'aime bien. Pisces Sun, Virgo Moon. Ooh, born under a full moon. Pisces Sun, Virgo Moon, Scorpio Rising. I feel like we've had a lot of Pisces, Virgo, Aries energy on here today. Ooh, 3-5 generator, nice. Pisces Sun, Aries Moon. Yeah. I don't know, y'all. I really feel like I made a video about this like a few days ago because I do really feel like the collective, we're just on the brink of such big change. And change is hard. Like, change is so uncomfortable. It's why divorce and moving are the 2 most stressful things someone can go through. And the death of a family member. Like, those 3 things, like, are the most stressful events that a human being can experience. And we're in one of the greatest changes right now. It's a lot. Virgo rising here. TK, give me a follow because I really channeled something earlier in this live about the nodes shifting that I'm gonna repost as a video. So if you follow me, hopefully you'll see it. Or come back on my page and look for it later today or maybe tomorrow. But yeah, I gave a really good, I said something really, words. I'll post a video about it because I gave a little good interpretation of it. Having a hard time with it. I'm trying to move and get divorced. Holy shit. Yeah. Good, curious. I'm excited to see how I transform. Yeah. I do follow and look for it. Yay! Okay, cool. Yeah, I also talked about how the South Node being in my first house has been, which I'll probably post as a separate video as well. Libra rising, having to choose between my family and my livelihood. Got to figure out how to do both. Oh, wow. I feel that. Like, I really feel like I wanted to move here and, like, become fluent in French. But I just can't with the small spaces. I can't. I can't. And so now I'm like, I need a home. Like, it's very big theme for Libra risings right now is like home versus career, roots, foundation versus expansion. And I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Libra risings. So in astrology, you're more than just your sun sign. Which, I have a whole playlist on the basics of astrology on my page. If you go to my page and then there's like those little boxes with words like above where the videos are, those are all playlists. And I have a lot of like beginner content that I've done in those playlists. And then also my ebook breaks down how to read your astrology chart really well, breaks down all the basics as well in one place, and it's a great resource to have just to refer back to as you're learning your chart. Aries sun and moon, Sag rising. Oh, mental projector. That is super rare. You being a 5-2 as well. Those are like, it's like a double rare occurrence because 5-2s are a rare profile. And mental projectors are super rare. I think they're like less than 1% or 2% of the population. Super rare. Love your channel. Thanks, Jack. I appreciate you. I like your name, the Holistic Siren. I just turned 39, finally feeling like I'm getting my Chiron wounds under control. Oh, wow. I feel like they're really on display here in France because my Chiron is in Virgo. And I'm learning French and I've been speaking French and I've messed up a fuck ton and I mess up almost every single day. And like being faced with that every single day is a lot. It's a lot. The Virgo wanting to be like critical and perfectionistic is really rearing its head. And also my relocation chart for here, Virgo is in my 10th house, so it's like on display for the world to see. Oh, I can't wait to be back in Boulder. That's all I'll say. You've been following me since the beginning. Oh my god, that's so cool. That is so cool. I just realized it's been last month. It was my 3rd year on TikTok. It's my 3rd year. It's my 3rd year on TikTok. Oh yes, I meant Libra risings because I'm a Libra rising too. Oh, awesome. I forget what I was talking about. Oh, because the South Node has been transiting our 1st house for Libra risings. And I shared my experience on it earlier, which I'll take out of this replay and I'll post it as a separate video because I don't like to repeat myself. Maybe it's a Taurus Mercury in me. How do you think Pluto and Aquarius will affect natal Aquarius placements? You won't feel it till next year. It all depends on the degrees. This has been a big topic that people are asking me about in my community lives. So I do like a community live Q&A in my private community, and that's like, it's like a Zoom call, which I love because I get to like see y'all's faces and hear y'all's voices, and it's not just me, which I love because it's like feels like an actual community. But a lot of people in there have been asking me lately like about fixed sign placements and Pluto and Aquarius, and Pluto moves so slow. So it really depends on the degrees of your fixed sign placements. A conjunction is an amplification. Break this down in my ebook, which if you're in my private community, you get 50% off my ebook if you don't already have it. It depends on the degrees for when it's going to be exact. And Pluto transits, because they last so long, it really starts to feel like normal. it starts to feel like this is just how life is. But it's just like a phase that lasts like 3 years. I'd say like 3 or 4 years. So like for me, Pluto has been in my 4th house, and it's been on my natal Capricorn placements since like 2021, and 2021 was probably my worst year but it was also my best year. It was my worst year because my home life, which is where Pluto was for me in my 4th house, was just tumultuous. I didn't have a home hardly. Like, I was bouncing around, sleeping on people's couches, sleeping out of cars. Like, I was like quasi homeless most of 2021 and some of 2020 as well. So it kind of started then. So that's why I say like 3 to 4 years, which I haven't dealt with that since like 2022. But the good thing that came from that was it's what built the career that I have now in astrology and human design. Like, back then when I didn't have a home and I didn't have anything else to like do, I was putting all of my focus and my time and my energy into building my TikTok. And I started my podcast back then, and I was doing a lot of things all over social media to just share astrology and human design, because that was like literally all I had. And I had all the time in the world to do it. And so that's the good that came from it, but it was really stressful being quasi-homeless for so long. And like I said, I haven't dealt with that in 2.5 years. But I'm still dealing with themes like that. Like, right now I'm like homeless by choice. I'm living out of suitcases. Like, I don't have a home back in the US. Like, all of my stuff is in storage. And I'm just traveling through France right now, like staying in Airbnbs and stuff. So it's a similar energy, but I'm more mature and evolved in the lesson now, because what I did back then to build a career is like sustaining me through my now choice to travel abroad. Does that make sense? So yeah, those themes are still showing up for me, and that's like Pluto transits. They're really intense, and they're really really will force you through a rebirth at first, and then they just start to kind of become normal. Like, to me, it just is kind of normal that I'm constantly moving around, and I'm constantly I just had a wonderful home in Boulder for like 6 months, and before that I had a wonderful home that I loved for like a year, but moving around so much, it's kind of my norm now. And then living out of a suitcase, it's like kind of my norm now. So that's what I mean by Pluto transits last a long time, and they just start to feel like normal life. But through this, for me personally, I'm learning like what I want in a home, and I'm learning that I do really want to have like a structured place that I live and not move around so much. So yeah, I mean, obviously it depends on your chart and what's going on, but that's how the Pluto and Capricorn being on my personal Capricorn planets has been. You missed the craziest storm last week in Colorado? Okay, I'll give it a watch when you do. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm an emotional manifestor, and it's been so hard. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Yeah. Thank you. It is what it is. Humans are adaptable. We really are super adaptable. It's crazy. We'll get used to anything. Which is why really, truly manifestation is just putting yourself in the thing that you already want and getting used to it as if it's normal, even though it's not normal yet. But if you think of it as normal, then it manifests quicker. Little side quest about manifestation. My sister is a triple Libra, and I'm a triple Leo. Oh, wow. Wait, how did you find the statistical probability of that? I would say everything means something. When Pluto was in my 4th house as a kid, I moved 6 times. Oh, damn. Yeah, I counted it, and since Pluto's been in my 4th house, the last 15 years, I've moved, I think like 46 times or something. But I also have Neptune and Uranus in my 4th house, so that adds some funness to that. How do you get over the survival anxiety? Survival anxiety. I don't know. Meditation. I meditate a lot. Honestly, like reading my chart and knowing that this is all just happening temporarily because of the transits is really helpful as well. I wouldn't say I have anxiety about it though. Like, there are times where I'm like, oh, I need to figure out where I'm going to be next week. And then I figure it out, and then I know where I'm going to be next week. And then that happens maybe again in 2 weeks or whatever. But I don't sit in anxiety about it. And to me, anxiety is just like worry about the future. Meditation really helps me to stay present. But I have had times, I think it's just because I'm so used to it. Like, truly, I've moved so many times, and I've had to like find a new place to move to so many times that I'm just like used to living in trust around it at this point. Of like literally a week ago, I was in a different town in the south of France, and I was like kind of getting homesick because it was super rainy, and I didn't really want to leave the Airbnb too much because it was a bad storm. Like, it was a bad storm for like 3 or 4 days. And I was then like looking on Zillow at places back in Colorado, and I found a place, and I reached out to the guy, and we had like a conversation over the phone, and I was like, yeah, this isn't it. Like, there's some red flags with this guy. The place doesn't have everything I want. Like, I'm not gonna like act on renting this place and like signing a lease out of like fear of not having a place, because it's always worked out. There's been times where I like didn't have a place to stay that night, and it worked out. There's been times where I didn't know where I was going to move to in 3 days, and my lease was up in 3 days, and it worked out. Like, I think having those experiences of like all the times that it's happened, and knowing there was literally no reason to be worried or stressed because it always ended up working out, has helped me just be more at peace about it. Because it's like, I know it's going to work out. And what does worry and stress do? Just make me like it just doesn't, it just makes everything worse. So that's my 1-3 Taurus advice. Thank you. I don't know. I don't really read astrology like negatively. So I don't know. If you want to listen to them talk about the negative sides of Pluto, do it. That's not what I like to consume or talk about. Yeah. I'm a blind optimist, so I don't let people's bullshit scare me, and I don't consume content that is scary or fear-based. You're welcome. I had a phase of no home in 2016 and my whole life exploded. Choosing to be a nomad is much better. Yeah, I think it's, for me, being nomadic has been great as a phase, because it teaches me to really only have things that I love. It teaches me, you have to face everything. Like, you have to grow and evolve as a person because it's all you really have. Like, you can't ignore stuff. You can't like just sit in your stuff and ignore that you are sad because this friend isn't your friend anymore or whatever. You have to like deal with stuff. So I think being nomadic is good as a phase, but long term, I think it's more stressful on the body than it is supportive. And I think when you are, it depends on the situation and the circumstance and everything, but it's not something I want to do long term. It's just, for me, it's too stressful, and that stress adds up. Even if I'm not anxious or worried about it, it is stress on the body. Like, I fully realize that me being in a new place every week is like stressful on my body. That when you're in a like solid, secure home, you don't have those same stressors, and so your body can like heal and recuperate, and yeah. Hey, I have a question. I'm not sure if Gemini or Cancer rising. Use astro.com. It's the most accurate. Good morning, Kenzie. What time is it there? It's almost 5 p.m. here, y'all. Thank you. I'm moving now. Got a sun and moon in Taurus, but not stressing about nothing. Yeah. I mean, that's the best way to approach it, because it's going to work out how it needs to. And honestly, being stressed about stuff just makes for more chaos and like bad decisions. Like, I've made some really bad decisions because I was stressed and operating from a place of fear and survival instead of like my true authority in human design and like using my intuition. And stress just clouds things, especially like stress and being super emotional, which I think stress is a type of emotion. Like, when you're in that part of your brain, it shuts down like your logical reasoning, thinking side of your brain, and you're not as connected with your intuition as well. So it just kind of heightens everything and makes everything worse. Oh, and yin yoga. I do that a lot too. Your rising sign depends on your birth time. Agreed, as a phase on my end as well. It helped me reset priorities. Yeah, no, totally. If you're feeling like stuck or stagnant, be nomadic for a little bit, for sure, because it will prove to you like what really matters and what you really want. Like, for me, I'm like learning, I kind of really want to like settle down. And like have a space where I can like create more classes for y'all and create the courses I want to create that I've had in my head forever, and just have like a beautiful office space and like be able to cook my meals and like meal prep, and yeah. So being nomadic for the last 6 weeks has taught me that that's what I want, and that's what is the next phase that I'm moving into after this. This is my first time taking the human design test. Amazing. Yes, if you're on my website, astrologyhumandesign.com, you can get a personal interpretation of your chart. So it will tell you what everything means, because it's a lot when you first start looking at it. Sag, Sun, Cap, Rising, Taurus, Moon, love it. Hey, Tiara. I'm a Libra rising, Aquarius, Sun, Virgo, Moon. Ooh, wow. So you got the like softness of Libra, but also the no bullshit of the Aquarius, Virgo. I love that. Yeah, it can be a lot for sure. Yeah, the PDF, the personalized interpretation you can get from my website of your human design chart will break everything down. Just make sure to download it to your phone or your computer or wherever, so you can refer back to it. As a Capricorn, I'm tired, yeah. I feel you. I feel you. I might actually take a nap. It's a nap kind of day. Well, I'm gonna hop off. This was so fun. I appreciate y'all. Check out my website, astrologyhumandesign.com. I'm gonna be posting some videos from this live to my page later as well. So give me a follow if you want to see those. There's some juicy tidbits that came out about current transits and future transits and stuff. So I'm excited to edit those for y'all and post them. And yeah, enjoy your day. I'll see you on the next live. Bye.